Hello, friends. Since we can't get together right now, I thought I'd try this method to read a story to you. And today I'm going to read a story that I used to enjoy reading to my daughter when she was your age. And it is a very well-liked story. You probably know it, but let's read it together. It's called Where the Wild Things Are. And it's based on a story with drawings by Maurice Sendak. I think you'll like it. These are some of the wild things we're going to be hearing about in this book. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. Look at Max in his wolf suit, chasing his dog. Look at the tail on Max's wolf suit. Oh, I'd like to have a wolf suit like that. Well, that night his mother called him Wild Thing. And Max said, "I'll eat you up," to his mother. So he was sent to bed without eating anything. And that very night, in Max's room, a forest grew and grew. Wow, it doesn't look like a bedroom, does it? And grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max. And he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And there's one of the wild things rising up out of the water. Max looks maybe a little concerned. Let's see what happens. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. It looks pretty scary, doesn't it? But not so scary to Max. He looks a little determined. And Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And they made Max king of all wild things. Look at them bowing down to Max. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." Let's see what this looks like. Oh, they're rumpusing. Look at them jumping up and down, looking at the moon. Max is right there rumpusing with them. They're having a good rumpus. Did you ever have a rumpus? I think you might have. Now they're hanging from limbs of trees. The rumpus is continuing. Max is right there with them. They all look pretty happy. And the rumpus continues. Now Max is riding on the back of one of them with his scepter and a big smile. All the wild things are in a parade with him. "Now stop," Max said. And he sent the wild things off to bed. Just like he was sent to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. And then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. He didn't want to be king of that anymore. I think he was homesick. Let's see what happens. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go." Max is in his boat going back home. They say, "Please don't go. We'll eat you up, we love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye and sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him, and it was still hot. Did you like where the wild things are? Did you ever behave like that? Would you be a king of the wild things, or maybe queen? Well, I liked the book very much, and I enjoyed reading it to you, and I look forward to doing this again. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.